Hey there, you me and DC fans, and welcome if you're new. I am the stepson of Krypton.
Mantis.
And today, I say today, we already recorded two videos, but we just got alerted from the DC Studios YouTube page with over almost 5 million subscribers to it. They just dropped a Superman sneak peek. We were literally finishing up a video. We saw this and I was like, we need to do a video on it. So, guys, we are bringing an extra video to you guys that I'm going to release as soon as is humanly possible for the Superman sneak peek. I don't want to waste any more time. Mantis, you ready to get into this?
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go. All right, guys, we're not wasting any more time. Let's get on into this sneak peek and let's go. All right, so what we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And at least he has the ice there to keep him, nice and,
Nice and cold.
yeah. He could use an asthma inhaler.
Yeah, he ain't doing too good.
So this is all we've seen so far. We've seen this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like he should be moving faster than that, but
To be fair, because it blends into the background, we don't know how fast he's moving. Oh, oh.
Yep.
They got Thor to film some of his scenes.
Yeah, they did.
This is new, though.
No, we've not seen this interaction.
Is that Thor? That's not a husky.
He's acting just like it. Look at he's like, what's the matter with you? Let's play. Yeah, this is just. I mean, this is uncut. Like it's. They haven't edited any of this.
What I like,
The march.
I like though that he's acting like a dog.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
Oh
Wait.
shit! That's cool.
Okay. Yes, I like this. I
Yeah.
like this.
Okay.
He's like,
Where's
open
the dog
doggy
door?
Yeah.
All right. So
Now
got
we
some
did-
androids.
Yeah, we did see one of these in the other trailer. He
A
was
brief glimpse. He was
was cut
not
in half.
seeing this. Yeah.
no, yeah, this is all new.
Thank you. No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
Damn.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun.
I like the
up and
design,
in no time.
the shield design on the androids. Oh, that's cool.
It turns.
Level 4. 292 times Saharan Prime, please one.
We got some
Saharan Prime.
Skyrim stuff going on here when you go to the Dwarven Ruins.
Yeah.
Ant with a magnifying glass. That's cool. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, that almost gave me Christopher Reeve vibes.
A little bit, yeah. So now they're doing edits. Okay.
Yeah,
We've
now this
seen-
is, I think, everything we've seen. There's the servitor. Oh,
You could see Green Lantern was fighting him. Did you see the green beam firing back at him?
yeah.
Superman.
There's the robot you talked about before.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Um.
Um, See, I don't know. For me, like I love that because like it's a small scene, but it adds so much more depth to like crypto and just him being a dog, right? Because what we saw in the original was like he whistles for him, he's like crypto home. So crypto's like, I mean, what is he, your servant? No, but there he's acting like a dog, like a playful, but he's hurting him because he's
Right.
jumping on him. Right? It's like Thor. If you ever go to Manta's house and you meet Thor, he
yeah.
hurts you, but in a playful way.
yeah.
So I love that. The fortress looks awesome. I feel like it adds so much of the iconic being the crystallized,
Mhm.
we've seen in the original Supermans as well as in Smallville. We saw that crystalline structure, but I love that it shows up, right? Because when you think
Yeah,
about nowadays world with satellite tracking and everything, you would see a huge ice sculpture where that just it forms. It comes
and
out
that's
of the
the
ground.
thing. Like, so they're in there, even when it's not visible. It almost is like it's. I'm not saying it's in another dimension, but it's kind of. I don't know if it's maybe using some of the same technology that it has. That like the
Peacemaker.
Phantom Zone, where like it's kind of out of normal space time, and that's how it is there, but not really type of thing. Because I don't believe it's literally in the ground. Maybe it is.
Well,
Maybe it grows out every time. I don't
Which
know.
is still like why I said Peacemaker. So if you remember when his dad he types in the little code and all of a sudden in the
Yes.
closet it shows this little pocket dimension. And that's
Yes.
what he did. Kind of like that, right? But the
Yeah.
only reason why I say it because it's able to turn towards sunlight. I thought that was pretty awesome, right?
Yes.
Is the androids
Yeah.
we've seen and Mantis and I were talking about this off camera. We've seen the androids, Superman's androids. Like if you ever watched the animated series with the death and return of Superman, or it's Superman Doomsday, but it's the death and return.
Right.
Have you cured cancer yet, Kal-El?
But the
Yeah,
Superman Doomsday, we see the android there with him. We've also seen him several times throughout the comics.
Mhm.
So it's cool to see them there to help him.
These look
And,
like earlier versions, right? Because I think in the later versions of the comics of these androids, at least, they're almost replicas of him. Like they look like him. They have the cape with the S on it. They can like they're basically him. They and they have his power. Like they do what he does, right? But in this, it's like earlier versions. Even like I mentioned, as we were watching it, the shield on them it looks a little retro-y. Like I love the way that looks. I don't know if that was on purpose,
I'm sure it was.
but I
Um,
like that. Yeah.
I don't know. This was a good sneak peek. Now, again, still haven't got a full length trailer because, again, I think once we got past the crypto and the fortress scenes, a lot of it was things we've already seen. They added a few little things here and there, but a lot of it was what we've already seen. However, it's a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
But just that enhancement from what we saw of the original teaser of the crypto scene shows me that they're putting, I mean, there's a lot into this, right? And even with
Mm.
the kaiju scene that you always say, the kaiju, like that
Mhm.
looked better, right? That looked
I think so. Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And then we see Nathan Fillion that part, what we had seen before. Um, I
Yeah.
don't
You
know.
see his green. You see him fighting the servitor because we mentioned like we've seen the servitor before, but it was only that end scene where it's kind of just there and they're hugging each other, right? Well,
Well,
here you see it like it's shooting down.
if you
Like,
remember, the Servitor was the initial first shot we ever got of Superman. Was the suit?
mhm,
Was the Servitor was in the background? Now, if you notice, it has the tentacles and stuff. We didn't get that in there because that was a in scene shot that everybody was bitching about. Like, oh, the suit looks
mhm,
terrible. Like, dude, there was no CG. There was no nothing on that. There's nothing touch up. That was a literally shot from the camera with nothing added. And now we see the Servitor has the tentacles coming off of it. It's firing the beam. The Green Lantern. We see all of that stuff, right? So
mhm.
he's probably like Green Lantern's fighting. He's like, ah, damn it, let me go help him. Put on the boots. Like he's already gotten his ass kicked. So it adds a lot of depth to it. But honestly, every scene in there, at least my personal opinion, guys, hate me if you want to in the comments. Like I thought it looked good.
I agree. I in the first, just because it's that before they started doing the edits, like that was one whole scene of the film. Like that's the movie right there. And you get introduced to Crypto. Superman's hurt. You get introduced. You get shown two of the main things of Superman. You get the Fortress of Solitude, and you get to see how he is healed and where he gets his power from. Two of those main elements they show you right out the gate, right there. I like that. I like you mentioned. I like the fortress looks cool. It turns. Um, the it's I don't know why he was screaming. Maybe it was just such an intense amount of radiation that it almost
Again, it's ants with
hurts.
magnifying glass, right? You're burning
Yeah.
them. So, like, if you're magnifying the solar output, I gotta imagine, yeah, it's not. But also, too, if you're bombarding his cells with that much solar radiation, right? Like that rapid healing process probably isn't going to feel great either, right? Because everything's happening
Yeah.
like very, very rapidly.
And,
Um,
it's not like they've got foil and they're like, I'm Kramer sitting on top of the roof getting my suntan, right?
I
Like,
think I cooked myself. Look at your skin. Stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm done.
exactly. Have
yeah,
that little
yeah,
piece there, like just you know
yeah.
getting an even all over tan, right? They're blasting him with solar radiation on a the fact that it was all Skyrim-esque, where you had the multiple magnification. I mean, they were probably bombarding him with a lot, right? So,
Hmm.
yeah, even for a Kryptonian body, that's a bit, because we know in the Death and Return of Superman when we see him. They put him in the tank and they're bombarding him with solar radiation and they put him in the black suit is the solar suit,
Hmm.
so we know that that's a big part of when he gets really, really uh, injured. That's what they're going to do. So that was interesting to see as well. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I loved that view of it. Right. That
Hmm.
scene of it. Now the everything we'd already seen before is still cool, but I love that whole scene with the Crypto and taking him to the fortress with the robots helping him. I thought it looked awesome.
Yeah. Again, there's a couple little extra extended scenes that were edited in there. I think in the first initial thing, that's the first time we've heard Lex say something. He said he's back, right? Um, and of all accounts, Lex is going to be great in this film. The actor does a great
Which
job.
we've never touched on the fact that when he shatters out of the box, it looks like a whole warehouse of like he's keeping these specimens.
Medicines. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We didn't really touch on that. That's been shown before. We've never really touched on that. But yeah, it's like he smashes out of that. And so that's unique as well. I think that's a very interesting thing because that's a very Lex thing to do.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah. Again, from what we've seen so far, I like it. Um, yeah, and all the reports we're getting. Check out the other video we did. I don't know if it's going to come. I'm assuming it's going to come out after this.
it will come out
Um,
at this. Guys, we had no intention of doing this video today. We already recorded 2 other videos, and literally we were wrapping up. We were doing kind of like post discussion off camera, talk about getting something to eat, and Mantis is like, "Hey, this just dropped." As we were recording the other video while this dropped, he's like, "Hey, all right, we're doing another video." All right, so we brought this out. I'm gonna get it edited as fast as possible. Try to get it out. I mean, this is Thursday evening, and try to get it out by Friday morning for you guys. So it'll push back our release schedule a little bit on our other videos. But that's what we do for you guys. And because we do that for you guys in this timely fashion, the only thing we ask is that maybe you give the video a like. He's showing you where. Subscribing to the channel, right? Because that's all we ask, right? Is you like and subscribe. We're not asking, we don't have a Patreon. We're not asking to give us money. Just, show YouTube. That way they promote our videos a little more so we get to a broader audience. All right. And go ahead and comment. What did you think about this teaser or this? I won't even say teaser, this sneak peek. How did you feel about that? Are you excited for this movie? Because I don't know, man. I love that. That was
it makes me feel better, a lot better.
Yeah, it makes me feel a lot better about it, right? I kind of got excited for it. Just because also seeing Crypto jump around on Superman like that.
Yes.
It reminds me, I've spent some time with Thor. It reminds me of how Thor acts every time I go over and see Mantis. Is just like that, right? It's very dog-like.
Yes, he was.
So I thought that was awesome to see.
Yeah, it brought a very familiar aspect, like I won't say humanizing thing to that whole thing, right? He's an alien, he's a superhero, and there's androids, and he's hurt, and then he calls his super dog, who just acts like a dog, like he just wants to play. Like it's a great, it's a great little thing that James Gunn threw in there. I really did like that. Yeah,
I think it brings the human / canine element to Crypto, and it makes it a little more palatable for people.
Yes.
Because he is a dog just with superpowers. So let us know what you guys think. We're gonna wrap this video up. I want to keep it super short because again, this was a off the cuff, spur of the moment. We saw this and we told you that once we get another trailer, we are not going to wait. We are going to go ahead and get a video out, guys. So that is going to wrap it for us on this sneak peek of Superman. Until next time, Mantis, unless you have anything else.
No.
We'll see you then.
Later.